Hello, and welcome to my channel, where I mostly share my love of fragrance and enjoying my collection. In this video, I'll be reviewing the new Bombshell Magic perfume from Victoria's Secret. Thank you so much for stopping by, and let's get started. I'm excited to review a brand new fragrance from Victoria's Secret called Bombshell Magic. VS usually releases a special edition version of Bombshell around the holidays, and I'm glad that they came out with a new holiday scent this year. I'm guessing this will be a limited edition scent like most holiday releases have been in the past. They released the Bombshell Magic Rollerball as a preview, and the full-size perfume is supposed to launch on November 1st. I was going to do a quick review of the Rollerball so you could start deciding whether you were interested in picking it up, but I actually have the full-size perfume to review for you now as well. Bombshell Magic is the newest addition to the Bombshell fragrance line, which is Victoria's Secret's best-selling perfume. The core line currently contains the original Bombshell, Bombshell Seduction, Bombshell Intense, and Bombshell Passion, as well as the limited edition reissues of Bombshell Nights and Bombshells in Bloom. VS always does a great job of making the holiday scents feel special, with beautiful bottles and pretty packaging. This year's edition has pinky purple packaging, and the box is sturdy and would make a nice gift. While the holiday editions usually have clear fronts to the boxes so you can see the bottle, instead of the usual box that opens at the top, this one opens like a book. And I actually keep all of my holiday bombshells in their boxes, and they make for a really nice display. Right now, during the preview, I was only able to pick up the Rollerball and the 3.4-ounce Eau de Parfum, but I am assuming that this will also come in a body lotion and fragrance mist, and I do plan to pick those pieces up when the rest of the collection is available. I'll quickly run through some of the previous holiday Bombshell releases so you can see how the packaging compares to the new Bombshell Magic. First, I have Winter Bombshell, which has notes of sparkling starfruit, frosted camellia, and cold jasmine. And I think the bottle is really cute and looks like a little snow globe. Next, I have Bombshell Paris, which was originally just called Paris, and this has notes of French cypress, night blooming jasmine, and white cedarwood. And I think this bottle is also really pretty and kind of looks like crystal with a nice big bow. And the liquid used to be clear but has darkened over time. Then I have Bombshell Holiday, which has notes of iced pomegranate, winter jasmine, and birch wood. And this one has a metallic bottle with some nice glitter accents. And then there's Bombshell Celebration, which has notes of rosé champagne, pink peony, and winter woods. And this also has a really beautiful bottle that looks like crystal and also has a cute little gold charm. And then there's the new Bombshell Magic, which comes in the standard Bombshell bottle, only for this edition, it's a pinky purple faceted glass that kind of looks like crystal. And the glass gets a little darker towards the bottom, so there is a nice subtle gradient to it. Now we'll move on to the actual review of the new Bombshell Magic Holiday perfume. And this has notes of blackberry elixir, sparkling star peony, and vanilla patchouli. And it's described as joyful and bright, Bombshell Magic is an enchanting blend of decadent fruit and soft woods. And VS always only lists 3 fragrance notes for their perfumes, but we'll see if we pick up some other notes in here as well. And this opens with a lot of blackberry that initially smelled more like blackcurrant to me, as it has a greenness to it, but then some of that sweeter, juicy blackberry appears. And it's kind of sharp and very strong, and at first I was a little worried because of how sharp it was, but the opening doesn't last very long. And as the top notes start to soften, more of the floral note comes in, and I don't find the peony to be overly heavy. And then the patchouli and the vanilla come in, and the patchouli has an earthy and woody feeling to it, and isn't off-putting or overly strong. And the vanilla brings in some of the sweetness I was looking for, and it's sort of a fresh vanilla, not an overly sugary one. And please note that the fragrance overall isn't super sweet. And I think there's also some woods in here, and it is mixing well with the vanilla and the patchouli in the dry down. So overall, I feel like the scent is soft, sweet, and woody with some blackberry and patchouli. And I don't feel like the peony is very prominent, and I do wish that there was a bit more sweetness. The scent also has a lightness to it, so I'm not sure if there is some musk in here as well. And I do need to test this some more, but right now the projection seems to be on the softer side, so this may need overspraying or layering with a fragrance lotion. And I do like Bombshell Magic, but I can't say that is anything super unique. Now I'll do some quick comparisons with some other Bombshell fragrances. Many of the Bombshell scents have peony, just like Bombshell Magic, but there aren't really any in my collection that have very similar notes overall. And starting with the core line, first up is the original Bombshell, and this has notes of purple passion fruit, Shangri-La peony, and vanilla orchid. And I don't think that these are really very similar, other than both having peony. Bombshell is really sharp, more green, and heavily floral, and it doesn't have the woody sweetness of Bombshell Magic. Honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the original Bombshell, and I really only bought it to use for comparison purposes. I feel like it may have changed over the years, but I don't have an older bottle to compare to. Then there's Bombshell Intense, which has notes of lush cherry, red peony, and sultry vanilla. And again, I don't find that these are very similar. They both have peony and vanilla, but the floral seems a bit different and a lot more strong in the Intense version. It also has the cherry note, and again is sharper than Bombshell Magic. And then there's Bombshell Passion, which has notes of sparkling cassis, queen peony, and fuchsia rose. And this one is probably the most similar from the core line, but they're not that close. Bombshell Passion is very fruity. It also has musk and a strong jammy rose. They have a bit of a similar sharpness to them in the opening, but Bombshell Magic dries down to be softer and sweeter than Bombshell Passion. And moving on to the holiday and limited edition scents, first is Bombshell Celebration, which was last year's holiday release. And these both have the same crystal-like glass bottle, but the Bombshell Magic bottle is actually a bit lighter in weight than the Bombshell Celebration bottle. And Bombshell Celebration has notes of rosé champagne, pink peony, and winter woods, specifically blue spruce and sandalwood. And Bombshell Celebration opens with a bubbly champagne note mixed with peony and rose. It's quite floral at first, but it softens into a sweet, bubbly scent with a beautiful woody base. And I also find there's a little bit of powderiness to it. I really love this one, and I don't find it to be too similar to Bombshell Magic. They both have the peony and woods, but Celebration is more powdery sweet, where Magic is more subtly fresh vanilla sweet. I find Celebration to be sweeter, more woody, and stronger overall. And Bombshell Gold also came out around the holidays a few years ago, but it stuck around past the holiday season and didn't come in special holiday packaging, so I'm just considering it a regular limited edition release. And this one has notes of frozen lychee, gilded peony, and sugared woods. And this one is also really pretty with the signature Bombshell peony. It has a soft fruitiness from the lychee and a lot of the sweet woods, but I just don't find it very comparable to Bombshell Magic. I actually think it's closer to Bombshell Celebration. Overall, I do like the new Bombshell Magic, but it's not going to replace Bombshell Celebration as my favorite Bombshell holiday release. I do like the blackberry, especially once it softens, as well as the subtly sweet woodiness, but I do wish that the fragrance was sweeter overall. And I also wish that it was stronger, because right now it does seem to be pretty light. So that's it for my first impression review of the new Bombshell Magic from Victoria's Secret. I was hoping that there would be a new scent for holiday, so I'm really happy that they released this. I may do another video with the rest of the collection when it launches, with some additional comparisons outside the Bombshell line. Let me know what you think of this new flanker and if you're planning to give it a try. Thank you for watching. I hope that you'll subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video.